A new, complex project lands on your desk. Instantly, you feel a knot tighten in your stomach. You get a racing heart, clammy palms, and a pervasive sense of dread. Your mind floods with a single repeating thought: I am not capable of this. You might try to ignore it or force yourself to simply think positive, but pushing against that heavy, sinking feeling usually makes it worse. You get caught in a mental spiral of inadequacy, making it nearly impossible to focus on the actual work in front of you. You cannot rewire a panic response while you are actively trapped inside its gears. To actually change this reaction, you first have to step back and establish a safe, detached psychological distance. So, before you tackle the problem, physically step back. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed, sit down, and shift your entire focus to your breath. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, your objective is to cultivate open awareness. Anchor yourself completely in the present moment. As thoughts inevitably pop into your head, watch them. Do not assign them any moral or practical weight. Do not judge them as good or bad, useful or useless. This establishes what psychologists call witness consciousness. Witness consciousness is the realization that your emotions are temporary, external phenomena, like leaves floating down a river, rather than permanent traits of who you are. Allow any physical tightness or racing thoughts to simply appear, exist, and then dissolve entirely on their own. Do not interfere with them. You are actively stepping out from the center of the storm and into the role of an impartial observer, calmly watching the mechanics of your own mind. Check your internal state. You must verify a genuine, stable feeling of calm detachment before you proceed to the next phase of the work. By completing these steps, you build a sterile, non-reactive space. You have prepared your mental operating room, and you are ready to safely perform surgery on your own psyche. From this calm state, deliberately bring a mild version of your problematic thought forward into your active awareness. Pick something manageable, like that recurring belief, I'm not capable of this. You are not trying to trigger a full, intense emotional reaction. You are carefully placing this thought on a sterile tray to hold it at a distance, treating it purely as an object for scientific investigation. This diagram shows how we map the architecture of that panic. We dissect the central thought into 3 separate branches: the exact words repeating in your head, the physical sensations accompanying them in your body, and the underlying assumptions driving the reaction. Now, challenge that beliefs component. Actively search your memory for objective evidence that contradicts your anxiety. Have you successfully managed complex projects before? Yes. Find those specific past exceptions and isolate them as distinct data points. Consciously construct a new perspective grounded entirely in that objective evidence. Formulate a response that connects these successes into a new structural pathway, such as, I have the skills and resources to adapt to this. Affirm this new structure internally. This targeted reshaping extracts the unhelpful psychological components and replaces them with healthy, functional responses. You are effectively altering the structure of your own mind. When the exercise is over, stay sitting for another 5 to 10 minutes. Rest quietly in the spaciousness of this new awareness. Allow the shift to naturally integrate before you jump back into analytical planning or answering emails. Because these fears are deeply ingrained, the original anxious thought will almost certainly resurface the next time a complex challenge lands on your desk, but its grip will be noticeably weaker. With repeated practice, that automatic surge of dread diminishes. What used to be a paralyzing panic transforms into a neutral, observable event. True inner freedom is not the impossible goal of eliminating fear. It is the learned, practiced ability to continuously observe, dissect, and consciously redesign our reactions to it.